Beyond Compare Wrestling presents the most star-studded match in BCW history, where every BCW champion will compete. Tonight, the World Champion will team with the Commonwealth Champion to face the most dominant tag team champions in BCW history. Beyond Compare Wrestling presents BCW Beyond the Best.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. We are coming to you live from the Big Apple, New York City, one of professional wrestling's biggest and most historic cities for what promises to be one of BCW's biggest and most historic events. Tonight, BCW proudly presents BCW Beyond the Best, and with an event named in such a grandiose fashion, we need not only a card that delivers, but one hell of a main event, and we have done exactly that for you tonight. Tonight, we have not only one, but two title fights, including what could be our biggest main event ever. Tonight, the main event features champions versus champions as the BCW Commonwealth Champion Byron Cassidy teams with the BCW World Champion Benson Hicks to face the most dominant tag team champions in BCW history, the Exiled, and that match will be for the BCW World Tag Team Championships. And a quick breakdown of these two teams' records to show that it is truly the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. As in their combined last 40 matches, these four champions have a record of 38-0-2. All four of these men are champions, all four of these men are winners, and all four of these men are looking to prove that they are not just the best of the best, but they are beyond the best. That is our main event here tonight, but we also have the Euroslam Championship on the line as number one contender Tony Rizzo faces the champion, No Honor, Liam Connors. Liam has been on a hot winning streak as of late, but tonight he defends the Euroslam Championship for the first time. And they always say in combat sports, you are not truly a champion unless you defend that title. So, can Liam Connors defend his title tonight, solidify himself as champion, or will Tony Rizzo walk out of NYC 10 pounds heavier? And in our opening contest, it is an undisputed number one contenders match to determine the top contenders for the BCW World Tag Team titles, as tonight, Los Gomez take on the Brotherhood, and we've got the breakdown for this one. It all began at Random Draw 4, where the randomized stipulations for every match put Los Gomez in a number one contenders match on night 1 and the Brotherhood in a number one contenders match on night 2. Both teams came out with the win, so tonight they are locking it up to determine who are the undisputed number one contenders for the BCW World Tag Team titles. And the wrinkle to this match is that the winners will not only receive that guaranteed World Tag Team title match, but they will also receive any stipulation of their choosing for that match. So it is high stakes here tonight for Los Gomez and the Brotherhood, but the time for talk is over. Let's take it to the ring and let's get BCW Beyond the Best started.
The opening contest is a number one contenders match for the BCW World Tag Team Championships. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 495 pounds, the future Cameron Lewis and Isaac Taylor, the Brotherhood.
And here they are, the Brotherhood, making their way to the ring, and the word I would use to describe this tag team is opposites attract. Cameron Lewis, one of the fastest, most dynamic high flyers on the BCW roster, teaming up with Isaac Taylor, the former football player, jacked, super strong, pound for pound, one of the biggest, baddest, and strongest tag team wrestlers on the BCW roster. You put these two together, what a combo. They got all the bases covered, but have they got the win all sealed up here tonight?
Please welcome to the ring, being accompanied by the Pedro Loco, at a combined weight of 600 pounds, Los Hermanos Gomez.
And here they are, the only free bird rule tag team on the BCW roster. They are Los Gomez. And the word I would use to describe this team is versatility. You got Pedro Loco, also one of the youngest, fastest, most dynamic high flyers on the roster. You got the idol, Sergio Gomez, over 30 years of experience, so big, so strong. And you got the Great Gomez. He's got the power. He's also got the experience. And Sergio and the Great Gomez are brothers, so you got that brother combination too. Can they put it all together here tonight and pick up the win? We're going to find out. The bell has rung. This undisputed number one contenders tag team match is underway, and we got Sergio Gomez and Cameron Lewis starting this one off. Cameron Lewis with a quick roll-up, going for broke. He does not get paid by the hour. He does not get paid by the minute. He does not get paid by the second. He just gets paid to come in here and win matches, and that is exactly what he's doing here. Big, huge moonsault from the top. Cameron Lewis is really going for broke. He wants to end this one fast, and what's he going for on the top rope? Shooting star press could be it already. Goes for the cover, but the Great Gomez breaks it up there. Wow, Cameron Lewis. Right as I was saying to sing his praises, he is fast and dynamic. That is evidence right there. Wow, and now he tags into the big power tag team wrestler, Isaac Taylor. Cameron Lewis picks up Sergio. Isaac Taylor goes for that big Rough Rider leg drop. Wow. I can talk about the Brotherhood for days, but this is exactly showing what they are capable of. Whole bunch of speed from Cameron Lewis, wearing out Sergio, and now Isaac Taylor coming in here and really showing the power, but Sergio getting a little bit of the game plan back here. Sergio looking to tag in his older brother, the Great Gomez, and he does. And tonight, Los Gomez are going for the brother-brother combo of the Great Gomez and Sergio Gomez. It was just a few weeks ago that it was Pedro Loco and Cameron Lewis, in what a high-flying contest that was. Two of the fastest on the roster, two of the best high flyers. They locked it up, but it was Cameron Lewis coming out with the win on that one. So Los Gomez have opted to not have Pedro in this one, going for the brother-brother experience combo. And when you talk about experience, that's 30 years perfecting that Hurricanrana, and the 300-pound luchador, the Great Gomez, pulls it off to perfection. But Isaac Taylor picks him up, slams him down to the mat, goes to check his progress here. Not going to get the 3. He did get the 1, checking it out to see where he's at. And really targeting the back isn't Isaac Taylor. And as we see, the Great Gomez, he's got those double knee braces. He's really got that damaged back. The back and the knees are the two weak points. They're the two Achilles heels for the Great Gomez. And that is exactly what Isaac Taylor is targeting. Move after move after move, just really cinching in on the back. So the Brotherhood, they have a fabulous game plan. If that is it, going into this one in a big, huge drive-by kick right to the face. Mixing it up, backhead, and again targeting that spine and back. The Great Gomez, he's got to have his back all knotted up here, and now going for the front. Attacking that midsection just relentlessly is Isaac Taylor, and he's got the power to really do some big, huge maneuvers to really weaken up that back, including that double underhook suplex. Beautiful, goes for the cover here. Can he get more than a 1? 1, 2? Almost a 2 there, still a 1 after checking his progress. Wow, Isaac Taylor and Cameron Lewis, they have a picture-perfect game plan, but the Great Gomez gets the hot tag, and now we are back to Sergio and Cameron Lewis in this one, and speed kills, and Cameron Lewis with the speed there, really just outclassing the speed aspect against Sergio Gomez. And now going for it here, the 5-star frog splash. It's a signature maneuver of Cameron Lewis, hitting the frog splash on the master of the frog splash. Of course, Los Gomez, they use that frog splash to perfection too, but they are a lot heavier and they hit a lot harder. So Cameron Lewis is doubling it up with the frog splashes. If one is good, two is better. Can he get the win here? No. And as I was saying, Los Gomez, they really love that frog splash. They've been doing it for 30 years. They have perfected it. And with 300 pounds going behind them, they really can hit it hard. Whereas Cameron Lewis, he goes about just a little over 200 pounds, so he's really going to have to zone in on the technique when he hits that frog splash, and he is so good at it. Gets such height, gets such explosiveness from that top rope, gets all that kinetic energy, turns it into potential, and crashes down on the body of his opponent. And Sergio here really trying to get out of the blocks. Sergio is really having trouble in this one. I think it is really the speed of Cameron Lewis. Of course, Sergio, he is almost 60 years old. He has been wrestling for 30 years. He does not have the pep in his step. He does not have the cardio, and he does not have what a young man has. Those knees, those back, his whole body has had 30 years of in-ring competition, so he does not have the speed that a Cameron Lewis does, and it's killing right here. Cameron Lewis sends the Great Gomez into the steel stairs. And this tag team match is so important. Undisputed #1 contenders tag team match. Winners get a guaranteed tag team title shot with any stip of their choosing. And when it comes to the Brotherhood, they have had 2 chances at the BCW World Tag Team titles. The first time, Isaac Taylor was taken out about 5 minutes into the match, so Cameron Lewis had to go at it by himself, handicap style. Needless to say, they did not get the win in that one. And then their second tag team title match was at random draw. So the randomized stipulation put them in a tables match. Not ideal for the Brotherhood. So if they win this one, they are going to get the exact tag team match they want. So it is so important. And look at the Great Gomez here, spinning him around. Look at the speed on these revolutions. We were saying that the Great Gomez does not have the speed. He does not have the gumption in his rumption, in his back and his knees, but he is looking damn fine here with that airplane spin. He has won matches with it before. He's a little loopy, a little discombobulated, but is it enough to seal the deal? 2! Isaac Taylor kicks out. Conversely, for Los Gomez, they have never received a tag team title match. They have been on quite the roll. They're putting together so many tag team wins in a row here. So Los Gomez, you know they want the tag team title shot, and any stipulation that would be just the icing on the cake. The Brotherhood, they want a real fair shot at the tag titles in a true and honest fashion. And these 2 teams are the top of BCW, so this is so important. You cannot make a mistake at this juncture of the match, and once you get to the tippy top of the mountain of the tag team division, you can't make one mistake either. But Sergio Gomez, he is really having a lot of trouble getting out of the blocks. Cameron Lewis double drop kicked right to the face of the 30-year veteran. Sergio's really taken a lot of damage, and he has had a lot of trouble trying to string together moves, but Cameron Lewis going there for that ripcord knee again, and now Sergio just uses his power, just grabs him by the scruff of the neck, throws him down, and now he tags in his older brother, the Great Gomez. What does the Great Gomez have here? Going for a big shot, head, body, head. Cameron Lewis tries to duck and get out of the way, but a big, huge clothesline puts him right back down to the mat. And now the Great Gomez throws him in the corner, going for a little double team action from these 2 brothers. What have they got here? Targeting the back this time of a Cameron Lewis. Cameron Lewis, he is so springy, so if you attack that midsection, that is a really, really good strategy. And now what has Sergio got here? Another, goes for it there with the Rana. Thought he was going for a Rana like the Great Gomez did before in this match, but really planted Cameron Lewis directly on his head. Cameron Lewis is seeing stars. 300 pounds gives you a lot of momentum. Kicks him to get a little bit of distance. Opts to not go for it. Opted to not go for the second rope. Wanted to go from the top, but Cameron Lewis shut it down there. Sergio Gomez's head crashing right into that second turnbuckle. Again, I think he was going for the ripcord knee. Sergio gets him up here. Goes for the cradle. 1. Only a 1. You're not going to get Cameron Lewis that quick and that cute. pop-up drop kick to the face. Cameron Lewis is firing up, showing the strong style from the streets. Drops down, making Sergio expend a lot of his gas tank, hitting those ropes repeatedly, but he's able to get the hot tag to his older brother. Cameron Lewis shuts it down, though. Cameron Lewis poison Rana to the luchador. Wow! Cameron Lewis so fast, and he is taking it to both members of Los Gomez like it is absolutely nothing. What's he going for here? Gets him over, but Sergio is right there. What a beautiful maneuver from a Cameron Lewis, but Sergio is right there to break it up. That is the mark of a 30-year veteran. Knowing when to stay on the apron and knowing when to get in the action, and he knew that his brother was in trouble. We have seen it from brother tag teams in the past. You know exactly what your brother's thinking, and Sergio knew that the Great Gomez was in trouble, and he's in even more trouble after that double team maneuver there. Cameron Lewis to the outside, but the Great Gomez kicks out. And I think Isaac Taylor is going to be looking for some big, huge maneuvers here, targeting the back. He, of course, has that blackout maneuver. But right here, he is going for the jackhammer. This is going to be a lot of power right to the spine. And it looked like the Great Gomez was out. His body went limp. The Great Gomez, he's got to do something big. He has got to make Isaac Taylor fight for every single move. He has got to make him think twice about trying to pick him up. And that is not an easy task to do when you are a 300-pound luchador. But what is this 300-pounder going to do from the top rope? Gomez frog splash, showing the Brotherhood how it is done. 30 years to perfect that move, and that looked picture perfect to me. Throws him in the corner, looking to tag in his younger brother, the ring general, Sergio Gomez. And what has these two brothers got here? Going for potentially the Doomsday device. Looking for that Gomez special from the top, and now Sergio, he's starting to feel it. Starting to go. Oh, no, what's this? He's going for one of his signature maneuvers, Idolize. Huge stack on Isaac Taylor. Can Isaac Taylor kick out? Isaac Taylor is taking move after move after move. Isaac Taylor has got to tag in Cameron Lewis. And if Sergio can hit the frog splash from this far away, it's going to be over. This has got to be it. This has got to be the deal. All sealed up. 1, 2. No, Isaac Taylor kicks out. Isaac Taylor has taken so many moves. Isaac Taylor is the toughest man on the roster. Wow. And another Gomez frog splash. This has got to be it this time. 1, 2, 3. No, Isaac Taylor kicks out again. Sergio Gomez cannot believe it. I cannot freaking believe it. What is Isaac Taylor made out of? Wow. He really wants this undisputed #1 contendership for the tag titles. This is what the tag titles mean in BCW. And Los Gomez kicking it into overdrive here. The Great Gomez goes for the cover. Could this be it? So many moves to Isaac Taylor too. Got him. Wow. Los Gomez pick up a massive win. And let's just take a look at all these moves that Isaac Taylor took in quick succession at the tail end of this match. Frog splash again, and I said it throughout this whole match, but these are 300-pound luchadors leaping from the top. That is a lot of kinetic energy crashing into your sternum, and you are sandwiched between a 300-pounder and the mat, and the mat is not going to move, and the 300-pound luchador, when he jumps up, he is damn sure coming down to the mat, so you are getting all that energy, all that pain coursing through your body on every impact. And look at this. For two near 60-year-old wrestlers, they kicked it into overdrive. I think Isaac Taylor wasn't expecting it. I damn sure wasn't expecting it. And Los Gomez are the undisputed #1 contenders for the BCW World Tag Team titles. They finally get their guaranteed tag team title shot. Who are they going to face? We don't know, but their prize is either going to be facing the Exiled or Benson and Byron. But congratulations to Los Gomez, undisputed #1 contenders. Wow. All right, and we got the breakdown for our next match here. Tony Rizzo versus Liam Connors 2, this time for the Euroslam Championship. And it was all the way on BCW 53 that these two locked up for the first time. And it was a real close fought matchup until Tony Rizzo was able to hit that lariat and pick up the win. Then Liam Connors faced one of Tony Rizzo's apprentices, Will Roberts, hit him with that double stomp off the top rope, put him on the injured reserve list. Then just a few weeks ago, did the exact same thing to PJ Parker. Now it is Liam versus Tony Rizzo 2. Can Tony Rizzo pick up the win again in this second match between these two and win the Euroslam Championship in the process? Not only that, but he's getting revenge for his two pupils, Will Roberts and PJ Parker. Or can Liam Connors conquer the veteran Tony Rizzo? He's given up a lot of weight. He's given up a lot of size. Can Liam retain, or will Tony Rizzo come out with 10 pounds of gold? Let's take it to the ring. Let's find out.
The following contest is a Euroslam Championship match. Please welcome to the ring, from Rome, Italy, Mr. Tony Rizzo.
And here he is, one of Italy's finest, Mr. Tony Rizzo, and I think his key to winning this one is do the exact same strategy he did this time. Use your size, your power, your weight. Use your physical advantages to your advantage. In addition to that, he is the veteran, so he's got a lot of size and a lot of experience over Liam Connors. Can he use that to walk out with the gold here tonight?
Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Mr. GM. He is a striking and submission specialist, hailing from Dublin, Ireland, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing in at 205 pounds. He is the Euroslam champion, no honor, Liam Connors.
And here he is, the Euroslam champion, no honor, Liam Connors. And Liam has had one hell of a glow up the last few months here in BCW. He's got the services of the greatest manager, Mr. GM. He's got that Euroslam title around his waist. He's got a lot to lose. Can he retain the title here tonight? And here we go, Liam taking potentially one last look at that championship. Tony Rizzo looking at the championship he is fighting for here tonight. And that is what it is all about, finding out who is the best European wrestler on the roster. Tony Rizzo is ready. Liam is ready. The time for talk is over, and the bell has rung. The match is underway. Euroslam Championship lies in the balance here tonight. These two locking it up center of the ring, feeling out process. Liam Connors using his height advantage to put Tony Rizzo back in the corner, taking a cheap shot, went for the double knees. Tony Rizzo gets out of the way. Uncharacteristic speed there from Tony Rizzo. And Liam Connors trying to wrap up the arms and the elbow and the shoulder of a Tony Rizzo, but Tony Rizzo with the experience and the size, that is perfectly evidenced right there, used it to just wrench Liam's arm, sent him straight to the mat, and now he's just stomping him out. Going to check his progress, not looking for the win on that one, but forcing Liam Connors to kick out, playing a bit of the mental game, and that is something you get from experience. You don't just get experience in the moves, knowing when to do things in the ring. You get that mental edge, and there was a lot of feeling out process in this one, and a standing drop kick from Tony Rizzo. Tony Rizzo goes about 330 pounds, and now a cannonball in the corner. Liam Connors, he's got a few inches of height, but he is giving up about 100-pound weight advantage to Tony Rizzo. that is where the superior striking speed of a Liam Connors is going to have to propel him to victory. Gets ahead of steam. Looked like he was going for that running European uppercut. You'd expect nothing less from the European champion, the Euroslam champion. Now Tony Rizzo getting a bit of ahead of steam, going for that leg drop. And a leg drop from Tony Rizzo is nothing to sneeze at, because that leg is about as thick as Liam's torso. So we say it's a leg drop, but it's really a torso drop when it comes from Tony Rizzo. Tony Rizzo doing a very good job at countering not just the speed, but the reach advantage that a Liam Connors has, and a big, huge power bomb, center of the ring, unloading the right hands. And when you have a 300-pounder, someone with a 100-pound weight advantage just on top of you, you got to use your momentum against your opponent. And that is exactly what Liam did, rolling him over right there. Beautiful from Liam Connors. Liam has that MMA background, and Tony Rizzo was in his guard. Liam able to counter, knowing how to get out of that, and I think that might be another way where Liam can have an advantage. Oh, but the turnbuckle pad was off there. I didn't even see that. That is where Mr. GM pays dividends. Snuck up there. I didn't see it. I don't think the ref saw it. That is why it is not a disqualification. And in their first matchup, Mr. GM was a non-factor, but Mr. GM is a huge factor in this one here tonight. Will that be enough of an advantage to make up for the size differential and the experience differential? Will Mr. GM be that key figure to coming out with the win for Liam Connors? Liam getting his feet on the ropes, using every dirty trick in the book. Tony Rizzo able to kick out, though. Too early in this one, and Liam going for the octopus. It's one of his signature submissions in addition to that ankle lock. Tony Rizzo able to get out of it, though, with a big, huge side slam. Referee has his back turned to the action, but thankfully repairing that turnbuckle. But referee not in position now after that big, huge set on from the second. And Mr. GM now throwing in the kendo stick. Can we get Mr. GM out of here? I know he's a manager. I know he's got the manager's license. He's allowed to be here. But a big, huge pop-up forearm shot from Tony Rizzo. Tony Rizzo, he is one shot away from knocking you out. Oh, I thought he was going for the back fist there, but he hits him with the 7-star lariat. That is his finisher. That's how he beat him the first time. 1, 2, he's got no. Liam kicks out. And Liam smartly to the outside. He does not need Mr. GM to tell him that. When you get rocked with that 7-star lariat, you need a bit of surcease. You need a reprieve, and gets the big, huge left kick right to the jaw. Not sure how much of that he got it. We're going to find out here too. Is he? No! Tony Rizzo kicks out, and Liam's pissed. I think he did hit him pretty flush on that jaw. Whenever you have a beard, you're never 100% accurate with those kicks or those punches. There's a little bit of wiggle room there when he got the beard, and I think that is what saved him. If he was clean shaven, that might have been a straight knockout, because Liam is so pinpoint accurate, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Sternum first into that top turnbuckle pad too. No! The exposed turnbuckle has been a huge factor in this match. But I think on my unofficial scorecard, it is all evened up there in a different type of set on there. This time his back crashing. Tony Rizzo's back is about the size of a drive-in movie screen, so that is a lot of back hitting you. But on my unofficial scorecard, that exposed turnbuckle pad has been used once each, so I think it's all even Stevens. If we can keep Mr. GM out of the rest of this match, I think it's a moot point when it comes to that exposed turnbuckle, but it's still exposed. Can the referee get the pad back on? It might be a moot point because Tony Rizzo was setting him up for that 7-star lariat. Liam Connors able to hit him with the 2 shots in the DDT, but both of these two warriors are down. Their gas tanks are getting depleted, but I think Liam has the bigger gas tank. He's got cardio for days. And when we seen Tony Rizzo challenge for the BCW Commonwealth Championship, he competed in that 2 out of 3 falls match, and the longer that match went, the more his gas tank really got depleted, and I think that is what put the nail in the coffin for Tony Rizzo in this match. So I think Tony Rizzo, he's going to want to fight with urgency. He's going to want to close up this match as quick as he can. Oh, but here we go, the double stomp. We've seen it in the brief match breakdown video packages. Double stomp went for it, jammed up both ankles, but counters perfectly, able to recover with that double kick, with that huge kick to the head. 1, 2. No, Tony Rizzo kicks out. Able to counter, missing that double stomp and jamming up both ankles with that big, huge left kick to the face. He is really going for the kicks to the head of a Tony Rizzo. Maybe he thinks he can knock his block off. Maybe Liam Connors thinks that that is a weak point for a Tony Rizzo. I don't know. He's got a pretty thick head. I'd say it's about as thick as a car battery and twice as tough. But Liam Connors might be onto something with these big, huge knees right to the head. If you keep hitting the head enough, maybe it's like chipping away at a block of ice. Eventually, you'll get it to crumble. And now going for the legs, the head, the body, a little bit of everything, including a DDT. Is this enough? He's been focusing on the head. Can he get it too? No! And Liam's getting frustrated, but he's got to keep his emotions in check. He's got to keep his nose to the grindstone. He's got to keep listening to Mr. GM. This time, body, head, gets him with the snapmare and just steps right on his face. Trying to target the head in this one is Liam Connors. And Tony Rizzo with a big boot to the sternum, forcing all the air to rush out of the lungs of Liam Connors. And now he's looking to pick him up, potentially going for a big, huge suplex. Liam Connors able to counter and again goes back to the octopus. He's got it really locked in deep. He's got the tape on those hands, really wrenching on the elbow pad. There is a lot of grip here for Liam Connors. Can he get it? Opts to transition into the ankle lock. Really going for the ankles of Tony Rizzo. Can Tony Rizzo crawl and scrape to the rope? No, and he taps out. Winner via submission. Liam Connors retains the Euroslam Championship. Wow. I think Liam knew something that we didn't, because I thought he was going for the head this whole match, but I think he was really setting him up for those submissions, maybe discombobulating a Tony Rizzo and then just relentlessly transitioning beautifully from the octopus to the ankle lock. He has been really loving that ankle lock, and I think Tony Rizzo was just gassed out. He was not able to get to the ropes, and that was a beautiful maneuver that caused Liam Connors to be able to retain the Euroslam Championship here tonight. You are not truly a champion until you defend it for the first time, and Liam Connors has defended it against a man who has beat him in the past. Still, Euroslam champion Liam Connors. Wow. All right, wrestling fans, main event time for BCW Beyond the Best, and it will be for the BCW World Tag Team Championships. But before we get to the match, we got to break it down, because when we break it down, it shows just how monumental this match is. First, we have Byron Cassidy, the BCW Commonwealth Champion, one half of the challengers here tonight. Overall record 21-4-1. He has a tag team record of 5-0. His singles record is 16-4, but he is currently on an 11-match win streak, and he has 394 days as the BCW Commonwealth Champion, including 2 successful title defenses. But the win streak is really what puts Byron at the top of BCW. If you can string together some big, huge wins against top talent, he is not fighting ham and eggers. He is the BCW Commonwealth Champion, and the win streak says it all right there. Super impressive if you can get to a double-digit win streak here in BCW. Byron has done that. Couple that with a perfect tag team record, and he is one half of the perfect challengers to face the Exiled. But you can't talk about the challengers unless you talk about the BCW World Champion, Benson Hicks. Known as the Redneck, he has an overall record of 23 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. He has a perfect 6-0 tag team record, 16-1 in singles competition, and a 22-match win streak. Double that of Byron Cassidy. Byron's win streak is super impressive, but 22-match win streak when you count singles and tag matches, and he has 341 days as the BCW World Champion, including multiple title defenses against some of the biggest and baddest in BCW, including Cameron Lewis, Tofik, Mr. GM. What a tag team those two are. But when you talk about tag teams, you gotta talk about the most dominant champions at BCW, the BCW World Tag Team Champions, the Exiled, Xander and Ultimo Nightmare. 16-1-1, 9 title defenses, almost 1,100 days as champion. When it comes to title defenses, they've been champions for so long. They've defended the titles 9 times. They are looking for double digits here tonight, and that really says it all. More tag title defenses than both Byron and Benson put together. And let's take a look at some of these X factors. We had our stat team come up with some of these. 15 combined title defenses between all 4 of these men. 1,827 combined days as champion. In this main event, it is a 27-1-1 combined tag team record. In their last 40 matches, this is one hell of a stat. 38-0-2 and 42 combined BCW main event matches out of the 60 episodes that we have. So these 4 are the top of BCW for a reason. The stats do not lie, and this is the first time meeting for the Exiled to face either Byron or Benson, so they have no information to put into their computers when they face each other here tonight. It is truly going to determine who is not the best of the best, but who is beyond the best for this main event of BCW Beyond the Best. It is the first time we have had this event, because it is the first time we have had such a collection of dominant champions. That is why we are putting them in the ring tonight in this unprecedented, historic main event. We got the BCW World Tag Team titles on the line, because in BCW we take tag team wrestling damn serious. Benson Hicks, the world champion, teams up with Byron, the Commonwealth champion, to take on the most dominant tag champions in history. The time for talk is over. Let's get this frickin' main event started.
The following match of champions is your BCW Beyond the Best main event. And it will be for the undisputed BCW World Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challenger. Making his way to the ring, the undisputed BCW Commonwealth Champion, the Butcher, Byron Cassidy.
And here he is, the Commonwealth Champion, and when it comes to my money, out of anyone on the roster, I would love to be in the position of a Byron Cassidy. Not only is he the Commonwealth Champion, he has a chance to walk out tonight with tag team gold, and then on the next episode, he is challenging Benson Hicks for the world title. Byron could walk into BCW 62 holding every single championship here in BCW, but he's got to take that first step. He's got to win tonight. Can he get it done with Benson?
Making his way to the ring, he is the pride of Dallas, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, your undisputed BCW World Champion, the Redneck, Benson Hicks.
And what can you say about this man? What can you say about the world champion? What can you say about a man who is on an over 3-year win streak here in BCW? 22 consecutive wins. That is why he is the world champion. Can he extend that winning streak to 23 and pick up some gold here tonight?
And now, introducing the champions. At a combined weight of 550 pounds, tonight they bring to the BCW ring a tag team record of 16 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. With nearly 1,100 days as champions, they are the most feared tag team in BCW history. Ladies and gentlemen, the Exiled.
And here they are, the Exiled, not only the most dominant team in BCW, but the most dominant champions in BCW. Every time they make their way to the ring, there is a distinct change in the mood. There is a whole new ambiance that comes into the arena, and it is 100% because of them. They are so feared, so big, so strong. They have found the perfect formula for tag team wrestling. Can they defend their tag titles here tonight? Make it 10 title defenses. And here we go. BCW Beyond the Best. That is what it's all about. The BCW World Tag Team titles. And here we go. The bell has rung. The match is underway in BCW's most star-studded match. We got the World Tag Team titles on the line. First time ever champions versus champions here tonight. And Ultimo Nightmare kicking it off, hits some big, huge maneuvers there and immediately tags into Xander. Xander is that hardcore in deathmatch wrestler. He's got that elephant skin where I don't know if you can even really hurt him at this point after so many years of having his skin lacerated, bruised, torn up. He has such a thick skin, and he also has that knee brace that he definitely uses as a weapon. Medical staff cannot take it away because it is a medical device and a knee brace, but I tell you this, he uses it as a weapon every single time with that code breaker, just driving that hard plastic and metal right into the face of his opponent, so that's something to watch out for here tonight. Benson gaining the advantage here. Xander looking to use the ropes to get back up. Benson hits him and now picks him up and is going for, I thought he was going for a backbreaker, opts for the side slam. First time those two have ever been in the ring, and Benson gets the better of that exchange. Benson now tags in the Butcher, Byron Cassidy, the Commonwealth Champion, the submission specialist. And as we've seen when Benson and Byron tagged up on the last episode when they defeated Kensho and Tofik, it was Byron using that bone flight and tide. It's that STF maneuver, and he's really doubling up on the pinfall attempts here. Definitely not to get the win in this one. You're not getting the win in the first minute in this champions versus champions match. But I tell you this, it never hurts to try, and it really sends a mental message to your opponent saying you're on your back, you got to kick out. Byron is telling Xander that he is in control of this match, and that is the upper echelon of what it means to be a champion. Using everything to your advantage, both physically and mentally. And speaking of physically, right there, just glomming him with that second rope maneuver. Byron does not leave his feet very often, but it was successful on that one. And now just playing it up to the crowd, potentially too much. Goes for the clothesline, staggers Ultimo Nightmare. But look at this, man. I have seen Jason Voorhees. I've seen Michael Myers. I've seen Leatherface. And I'm more terrified of Ultimo Nightmare than all three of those combined. Ultimo Nightmare, he is so freaky. And he is also so freaky strong when you have a man that's 6'7", 300 pounds of just jack muscle. There is not an ounce of fat or cartilage or anything else on his body. I don't even think he has bone. I think it's just all muscle, 100% of them. And this is exactly the tag team strategy that has led the Exiled to 9 successful title defenses, years as champions. It is the power of Ultimo Nightmare and the game planning, the speed, and just the durability of a Xander. Byron Cassidy able to shrug off, and he does not want any more of Ultimo Nightmare tags in the world champ. Oh, and Benson went for a big, huge clothesline. Ultimo Nightmare dodged it and just kicked the teeth right out of his mouth. And now Xander, and I think Byron is still a little loopy. Or I think Benson, is still a little loopy. I think Benson's going to need to tag out to Byron after that big, huge shot. And when you bring Ultimo Nightmare in, no matter what move he's doing, it is a big maneuver. You almost need to tag out right after that. And I think Xander tagged out there because he knew that Benson was hurt. Needs to go for some big maneuvers here from an Ultimo Nightmare. Picks him up about 7 feet in the air and slams him right on his back. What's he going for here? Just picks him up again. Goes for the pump handle. Right. Oh, I thought he was going for the power slam. Picks him up almost into an F5. 1, 2. The champ kicks out. And I guess I got to specify in this one, the world champ kicks out from a big, brutal maneuver from one half of the tag champs. Now Byron looking to fire up. Ultimo Nightmare shuts him down. Picks him up and just throws him right to the outside. And now Ultimo Nightmare has cleaned house in this ring. Threw out Byron, and now he is just going after the world champ. Picks him up, signature choke slam, incoming choke bomb, sit out style with that choke slam. But Benson is not the legal man, but you would not know it. I don't think it. Oh, what's he going for here? Picks him up, nightmare fuel power bomb. He has put so many people away with that maneuver. And Byron going for it there, but just no effect. Big, huge uppercut. And now just beals him. I don't know if you want to tag out to Benson. He just took that Nightmare Fuel powerbomb. There is no combo that gives you any reprieve from an Ultimo Nightmare. And look at this. He is still on his feet. Nothing seems to be effective. That is why the Exiled are so dominant as the BCW World Tag Team Champions. And now just goes up for that choke breaker. Choke, slam, backbreaker, and Benson has taken a lot of damage. I know Benson is on a 22-match win streak, but it could be snapped here tonight. And now Ultimo Nightmare has done enough. He needs to recharge that gas tank a little bit. Gets in Xander, and this is picture perfect. This is textbook Exiled right here. And is Xander going to go for that springboard spirit? He is knocking all the wind out of Benson, and that is where they're so powerful. That is where the tag team synergy of the Exiled is so potent. Big, huge maneuvers incoming, and then you do something like that where he could knock you out with this big, huge maneuver there. Big, huge GTS flipping style, getting that knee brace right to the face. Benson has taken more damage than I've ever seen him take in a single match. I don't even know what Benson and Byron can do because it looks like the Exiled have this one perfectly game planned. They are 100% on the same page to try and retain the BCW World Tag Team titles. You know Benson and Byron, they want those tag titles, but they also got to face each other on the next episode. Is that potentially in the back of their minds? Whereas the Exiled, they are laser focused like a hot knife through butter, just like a laser beam. They want to retain the tag titles. They want to get to 10 title defenses. No champion has ever done that in BCW. The Exiled are looking to do that here tonight in what could be one of the most important matches in BCW history. This is definitely a milestone match in the history of BCW. And Ultimo Nightmare looking to take out Byron here. Is he going to hit him with that Nightmare Fuel power bomb? It is one of the most devastating maneuvers in all of BCW, and it just rocks Byron Cassidy. He's trying to get back up. I think he's trying to just get out of the ring more than trying to get up to fight Ultimo Nightmare. And look at that, right to the sternum. Now Benson going after Xander on the outside. Hits him in the post. Perhaps a little bit of hope here for Benson and Byron. But again, Ultimo Nightmare, he just gets hit and he just walks down whoever's hitting him, whether that's Benson or Byron. Benson is literally and figuratively on the ropes. Byron is down. He is no help at this one. He is definitely going to get to the outside. Heads back to his corner. And what's this? He's going for a chokeslam sit-out style. Could this be it? Could Ultimo Nightmare pin the world champ and finish this match off 1-2? No! Ultimo Nightmare getting a bit frustrated, but he's got nothing to worry about in terms of how much damage he is outputting here in this match. Benson able to kick out. Oh, and he's got him up here. Can Benson withstand one of the most devastating maneuvers in all of BCW? Nightmare Fuel rocked his block. Can the world champ kick out, or have the Exiled retain too? Oh my God, Ultimo Nightmare has pinned the world champion. The Exiled have retained the BCW World Tag Team titles, 10 successful title defenses, but a 22-match win streak has been snapped by Ultimo Nightmare. We were wondering ever since Benson started getting on this win streak, who could possibly snap it? Ultimo Nightmare, the walking horror villain, has done it. The Exiled retain. Can anyone freaking stop the Exiled? And they just fist bump like they accomplished absolutely nothing. They did that like it was another day at the office, like they were facing a pair of jobbers here tonight. Wow, what a super dominant performance. This has got to be the performance of their careers. This has got to be the performance of BCW in general. The Exiled retain in the biggest match in BCW history. My God. And we kicked off BCW Beyond the Best here tonight with a huge matchup in its own right. Los Gomez defeat the Brotherhood to become the undisputed #1 contenders. And I tell you this, their prize is to face the Exiled. They wanted a tag team match for the tag titles. Well, they're gonna get it against the Exiled. Then we had Liam No Honor Connors get his first successful title defense of that Euroslam Championship by defeating someone who has beaten him in the past in a Tony Rizzo. And then we had one hell of a main event, and I'm still in shock. I do not know between these four who I had on my bingo card to get the pinfall or submission, but Ultimo Nightmare snaps the 22-match win streak of Benson Hicks, and not only that, he pins the BCW World Champion. The Exiled, they get to double-digit successful title defenses of those BCW World Tag Team titles, and they got Los Gomez up next. Wow. But as we look to the next episode, BCW Beyond the Best rolls on. We have Jason Shields taking on Jacob Akane. As we seen earlier here tonight, the tag challenge is accepted. Hard Limit take on Victor Payne and Amir Man. And champion versus champion main event. Byron Cassidy versus Benson Hicks. This time the World Championship is on the line. You do not want to miss that one. Thank you for joining us, wrestling fans, and we'll see you in the next one.